Good afternoon, everybody. This is Everyday Shenanigans and warm greetings from the High 10. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. So much mayhem and foolishness going on in the world today. Prayers for our friends down in Florida. Let's pray for those people there who have been displaced from the condo collapsing, those who are still missing, possibly in the rubble. Prayers for Florida. This story pertaining to Summer Wells, I didn't have any intention of covering this story because, like I said, I've been pretty busy with different things going on. But there was information that kept coming up in my news break pertaining to her aunt, who's also currently missing, and she's been missing since 2009. And something was like, okay, there's a reason why this story keeps popping up. So I went ahead and opened it up. Hello, everybody. I opened it up and I thought, very interesting. I'm going to bring you that said information. This will be basically a two-part live pertaining to a potential witness in the disappearance of Summer Wells and also the disappearance of her mother's sister. And I will bring that said information. I'm going to give you a little information pertaining to the demographics of where I live, the general area, so you can get an understanding. I am familiar with where Summer Wells went missing from. It is a rural part of America, a rural part of East Tennessee. Any of you who are from this general area, you basically know the ins and outs of East Tennessee, which is Knoxville, Tennessee, Hawkins County, all these little counties, Sullivan County, all these counties interconnect going towards the state of Virginia. And I'm going to give you a little information. Rogersville is a very small place. I mean, like a dot. It is 1 hour and 14 minutes from Knoxville, Tennessee. Rogersville to the borderline of Virginia, Bristol, Virginia, is 1 hour. As most of you know, the horrific story of Evelyn Boswell, who many suspect her mother, Megan Boswell, caused her demise. That area, Sullivan County. And Sullivan County is 59 minutes from Rogersville, Tennessee. So all these little counties interconnect. And I'm not that far from the Virginia state line. So Rogersville is about roughly 1 hour to Bristol, Virginia. For those of you who are familiar, there's Bristol, Tennessee. You cross the street, that's Bristol, Virginia. Bristol, Virginia is the bottom of Virginia, Southern Virginia, which is neck to neck with the state of Tennessee. That's just to give you a little synopsis. So I'm familiar with Rogersville. I met a girl from Rogersville, Caucasian girl back in college. She lived there. She invited me to her home. It was very creepy to me, that area, because it was like at the foot of the mountains. And it was just like, wow, we are in the mountains. Very nice girl, nice family. I went to visit her. And, Rogersville has some old history pertaining to a crime that took place, back in the early 1900s, pertaining to, if I'm not mistaken, a black man allegedly raping a white woman. Of course, you can imagine how that ended for him. But just to give you a little synopsis, it's a very tiny town. It is in rural America. Most of America is rural. Everybody just doesn't live in New York City, Philadelphia, Chicago. Most people live on the outskirts of small places. Anyway, I'm going to bring you the said information pertaining to Summer Wells, this new witness that they're looking for, the FBI and law enforcement, and also the disappearance of her aunt, who is still currently missing. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is by the Daily News if you need verification. Tennessee investigators searching for potential witness near disappearance of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells. This was uploaded the 27th. Almost 2 weeks after 5-year-old Summer Wells disappeared from her Tennessee home, police are trying to track down a driver who was spotted in the area. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said Saturday that they are looking for a potential witness who was driving near her home in Hawkins County on June 14th or 15th. We have been working around the clock to identify anyone who may have been in the area around the time 5-year-old Summer Wells disappeared to determine what they may have seen or heard, no matter how insignificant it may have seemed to them at the time. Every detail is important, officials said. The driver was in a pickup truck, either a red or maroon Toyota Tacoma from the late 1990s or 2000, with a full bed ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed. Specifying that the driver is not considered a suspect, police asked him or her to come forward and call 1-800-TBI find. Summer was reported missing around 6:30 p.m. on June 15th when she was planting flowers in the garden with her mother and grandmother, according to officials. Her father, Don Wells, told WJHL that Summer went inside but was nowhere to be found when her mother went looking for her. She would never leave our hill. I think that someone snuck up on her and grabbed her, he told the station. I don't think she's in the area because the dog goes down to the road and that's the end of the trail. But I don't know that for a fact. The way that she just disappeared, she would never do that. Police said Summer's family has been cooperating with the investigation, even as little has happened. While every case is different, this one is definitely outside of the norm, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation spokesperson Leslie Earhart said during a press conference Thursday. Typically, in an investigation like this one, we have some idea of where the case is headed and what might have happened within a few days. In this situation, despite doing everything within our power and exploring all avenues, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear. I understand the lack of answers frustrates you in the public, but trust me, no one is more frustrated than we are. Summer is listed at 3 feet tall and 40 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing gray pants, a pink shirt, and was possibly barefoot. That is the sad information. So to backtrack this story, which I am new to, I was hearing things about it, but I never, went to seek out any information. Like I said, her aunt's disappearance is what kept coming up in my news break queue. So that's what led me to go ahead and go into the story to see what was actually going on with both cases. So I'm going to backtrack what the father said about the child that day. 6:30 p.m., planting flowers in the garden with her mother and grandmother. Summer went inside, says the father, Don Wells, but was nowhere to be found when her mother went looking for her. She would never leave the hill. I think someone snuck up on her and grabbed her. I don't think she's in the area because the dog goes down to the road and that's the end of the trail. But I don't know that for a fact, the way that she just disappeared. It's a very odd story. I'm going to get back to that in here in just a second. That's some strange wording to me because now I have to ask myself, how far is the house from the road? So she couldn't have been taken if she was in the house because that means you'd have to know that somebody was in your house. And then if they had to go up a long road to your house, then that means they had to walk up or drive their car to get in your house. So then that means they had to come what? From the side of the house or the back of the house? How does the house neighbor, does it have woods in the back? So you have to ask all those types of questions when you're assuming about how a person got gone from a house. So what? She didn't go in the house. So if there's a long road to the house, to a main road, is it perhaps she wandered down to the end of the road, which leads to a main road? Just asking. I don't know. I don't have an address to pull up anything so I can see a circumference of how the house is made to say what it looks like, travel fare, coming and going on a main road. And as I state, how far it is from the house to the main road. Are we talking about a couple of feet, a couple of yards? What? Okay, now I'm going to bring you information pertaining to her aunt, which is a very baffling story. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. If you need verification for the second information, WBTV3 News is the source. Summer Wells, the young girl at the center of a Tennessee Amber Alert, is not the first member of that family to disappear. Her aunt, Rosie Marie Bly, disappeared in 2009. This was published on the 22nd of this month, updated the 23rd. WVLT is also the source. Summer Wells, the 5-year-old at the center of an East Tennessee Amber Alert, is not the first member of her family to go missing. Rose Marie Bly the aunt of Summer Wells, has been the subject of a missing person cold case since 2009. A report from the Charlie Project confirms. Rosemarie Bly is the sister of Candace Bly, Summer Wells' mother. The Charlie Project is a database that has cataloged over 14,000 missing person cases, mainly from the United States. The project focuses on cases that were never solved. Rosemarie Bly was last seen in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin on August 21st, 2009, according to the report. She left her home that night to meet a cousin at a bar about 5 miles away. Rosemarie Bly told her husband that she would be back before midnight, but she never made it to her destination, the report says. Officials found Rosemarie Bly's vehicle 5 days later in a parking lot used by truckers to park their tractor trailers. A release from the FBI confirms. The parking lot is located around 30 miles from Rosemarie Bly's residence, according to the release. The Charlie Project mentions that the lot where the vehicle was found is normally used by semi-truck drivers to park tractor trailers, and that there was no sign of foul play. Rosemarie Bly left home with little money and no credit or debit cards, according to the report. Rosemarie Bly and her husband reportedly had a troubled relationship, and 3 weeks after her disappearance, he filed for divorce and sought a court order to prevent her from returning and taking their 2 children, the report said. Prior to her disappearance, police had made at least one house call to address a domestic dispute. During the visit, her husband accused her of slapping him, and she accused him of putting her in a headlock and banging her head on the ground, according to the Charlie Project. Rosemarie Bly's husband passed a polygraph test after her disappearance and is not considered a suspect in the incident. The Charlie Project's report says his divorce and custody petition was granted, and he has sole custody of the children. Her mother speculated that she became disoriented and wandered away from her vehicle due to an injury she had sustained a week before the incident, but there is no evidence to support this theory. Rosemarie Bly was never found, and the case remains unsolved. If you need verification for this information, WVLT is the source alongside WBTV3 News. So Summer Wells, who is a small Caucasian child missing out of the East Tennessee area, has a aunt, her mother's sister, Rosemarie Bly, is missing from up north. She's not been seen since 2009. Allegedly, she was going to a bar in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, August 21st of 2009. She left to meet a cousin that night at a bar about 5 miles away. So let's do the math. 5 miles away is nothing. It's less than 15 minutes, driving or walking, whichever. So she meets whom she's never seen again. Her car is found, it says 30 miles from Rosemarie Bly's residence. So that's a little ways by minutes, 30 miles. It's probably 45 minutes at least. So how did her car get to the truck stop? Very, very interesting information. And what's also is interesting is her car is found at a truck stop, nowhere near her house or probably the bar. No signs of foul play near the car. But what was in the car? What did they find in the car? The husband passed a polygraph, which we already know that means nothing. I'm just keeping it 100, because if you don't have any empathy, you can pass a lie detector test. That's the truth. If you don't have anything inside of you, you're Hannibal Lecter. Your blood pressure doesn't shoot up. You don't sweat, nothing. Yeah, Queen's keeping it real. And not to point fingers, but I'm just saying there are people who have passed polygraphs and have committed the crimes at hand. What also is strange, besides the car being at the truck stop 30 miles away, is the fact he immediately goes and files for custody, blah, 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 whatever, for his children. Divorce or whatever. That all is strange to me, to file for a divorce. You're not concerned that your wife is going to return? That's odd to me. It's very, very odd to me. Now I'm going to reread it. It states here they had a troubled relationship 3 weeks They had a troubled relationship. And 3 weeks after her disappearance, he filed for divorce and sought a court order to prevent her from returning and taking her kids. You don't find that strange? Why would you do that? Don't you love your wife? Don't you want your wife to return? Or did she have a habit of disappearing and not coming home? Because if she had a habit of disappearing, then I could see him saying, okay, she's gone. She's done this before. I'm tired of this. I want to file for divorce and sole custody of the children and prevent her from having any access to my kids. So what is the truth pertaining to this relationship with this husband all the way up here in Wisconsin? Now, when I first saw this, I thought, well, did she live in Tennessee? But as you see, the aunt does not live here, to our knowledge. Her disappearance happened many miles away in a northern state of Wisconsin. But it's still eerie and creepy that the mother's sister went missing in 2009. Now this mother has a missing child. Very creepy, eerie. Because what are the odds that you would have two people directly related to you missing? That rarely happens in America. Maybe if you live in a third world country, but not here. Sister goes missing up north. 2009, cold case. Now your child's missing. What the hell is going on? So we've got the father talking, giving information about what he thinks perhaps could have happened to the little girl's summer. She went in the house. So what was she? She was planting flowers or she went in the house? Were you there, sir? You know, the queen, I always ask pertinent questions in any investigation where a person is giving commentary. I dissect everything and I chop it up and I try to put it back together. That's why I always tell people that anything you need to know about a story, the truth is at the beginning of the story. The truth is always at the beginning. It ain't nowhere else but the beginning. It's in what was said. Who was the first to speak? Who was the last to speak? Who didn't speak? Who came forward? Who didn't come forward? Who took a polygraph? Who didn't take a polygraph? Who denied a polygraph? Who is incognito? Won't talk, ain't seen, fell off. That's where your truth lies with a story. Missing Auntie 2009, possibly no relation to this situation here with this child, but very odd that there would be two disappearances of two females related to a mother. Mother's sister, now mother's child. She was either inside playing Miss Summer or where was she? In the house? She went in the house to do what? Use the bathroom? What? Who saw her go in the house? That's what I'd like to know. Who saw the child go in the house? Because if she was only there with the mother and grandmother, then how does the father know that she went in the house? So, sir, were you there? I'm just curious. This area, rural America, creepy stuff goes on in rural America. I tell people that all the time. Don't just judge big cities like Chicago, where you've got a lot of gangland shootings, wannabe gangsters killing up each other because they don't have anything better to do. You got people that get down the same in rural America. They don't mind getting you gone, and they can get you gone and get you gone right in front of somebody, and you won't even know it because all we have here is trees and grass. You won't even know a person is discarded a few feet from your damn door because you can't see with the grass and the trees. Not to be disrespectful, but it's just the truth. They just found a dead body a couple of days ago up toward that way, East Tennessee somewhere. And I don't know who that body belongs to, but of course I got nervous because, you know, right now I'm covering the case of Chad Carr missing. And the first thing I thought was, Lord, I hope it's not him. But see, you never know. And 9 times out of 10, the body was discarded off the beaten path. And that's how people get you gone in rural America. We have vast land here in Tennessee. You can get gone easily. And nobody will find you. It's not like a city where you're really going to have to put in work to discard a body. Won't be hard here. Oh, he was at work. Okay. So basically just me saying, well, he's repeating what the parents told him. The mother told him. Well, like I said, I have not covered this story entirely, so I don't make any claims pertaining to Summer Wells, who said what. I just brought you that said information about a potential witness. Let me say this. Okay, thank you, Marilyn. Let me say this. Yes, that's a very good point. Parental supervision. That's why the FBI has made a statement. This is not the norm. I can also pull that up as well. Another article. And whenever the FBI says something like that, they're basically giving you a hint. They smell a dead fish. Not to be disrespectful to the child, but you understand what I'm saying. Something smells fishy with the story. And also, let me make this also clear. Just because the police says, we're looking for Pookie in a blue car, red car, white truck, and says they are not a suspect. Don't you believe that? Don't you ever believe that? Because when that young black boy and his father went on that shooting spree in Virginia many moons ago in 2002, the police gave a description of the van. But what they left out was that's who they were looking for as suspects. But that's not what they told us. They said, if you see this van, blah, 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 please call us at blah, 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 blah. What they left out was the spoken word. We know who's doing the shooting. We know who the suspect is. And he, them, are who we are looking for. But we're not going to tell you because these two are violent and anything can pop off with them. So if you see the make of this vehicle, please call 911. Please call 911 because they knew they're dealing with two diabolical figures. One was misleading a child to go out here and shoot random people in Virginia, Maryland, DC area. They knew this man was not dealing with a full deck once they got an ID on their suspect. So they was not going to tell you, the public, because some of you are gung-ho and want to be Captain Saberhoes out here, to go rush and bum rush the killer. No, hell no. You're not about to bum rush this one because he was a damn sniper. And he knew his craft. He lied in wait. And he and that boy, his stepson, whomever, shot at random strangers in the DC, Virginia area, Maryland area. So they did not tell you the truth about the DC sniper. They knew who they were looking for once they got their information, but they did not reveal it to the public. That's why I said, don't always believe law enforcement when they say, oh, we just want to talk to him or her, or we just want to talk to that person that owns the truck. No, somebody then gave the 411 perhaps of a suspect. Let's just say. And I'm hoping that it's true. I'm hoping that someone did see something odd, out of character for this vehicle. And perhaps this is the person who has some information pertaining to Summer. We won't know until we get all the information from the FBI. But this is just a harrowing story, once again, of a young child missing. And we have to ask ourselves, what are the circumstances pertaining to Summer's living, mode of living? How did her parents live? Did her parents get along? Did they have any type of domestic situations? What type of people did they hang around? What type of company did they keep? Do they have criminal backgrounds? Did they stay in trouble with the law? See, all those things are prevalent when you're talking about missing children, because usually how a person lives is why the child got missing in the first place. The obvious. They weren't living right. I don't think there's a story today pertaining to a child that went missing and was found deceased, and their parents were implicated, or their caretakers, or whomever was taking care of them. Those people did not have savory lives. And that's the sad part about these stories. They all are the same. They mirror one another. It doesn't matter if the family is black, white, Hispanic, Jewish, Indian, it doesn't matter. The people are foul that are taking care of the children. That is the reason why the children are no longer living. Because they had foul people taking care of them, foul people raising them, foul people coming in their peripheral, foul people babysitting them, foul people in their household, passed along to foul people. One thing begets another. Hey, if you know the scripture, you should know this. I keep trying to tell you. It's in the book. One thing begets another. So, you came from a foul mama. You came from a foul daddy. You're going to have probably a effed up life. In this day and time, it's very rare children turn out to just be really decent, upstanding citizens. Some do, and then some don't. So we have to pray for those who don't get that chance to have a great childhood, a great existence. I'm scared to death to even think of where this child is. Because like I said, that area is rural. I don't even have to go look. I done been up there. School, all that. I already know the areas. All this East Tennessee looks the same. It doesn't matter the location. It doesn't matter the name of the county. They all look the same. A bunch of damn trees. Trees and mountains and grass. Trailer parks, little houses, big houses, grand houses, mediocre houses. It's all the same. Where is Summer? Who has her? Anybody know anything about her? Please come forward. Tell the truth. Because this is enough. It was enough when we went through this mess last year with Evelyn Boswell. For those of you who follow my content, you know I rode that horse to the very end. I'm going to keep riding it. For those of you who are familiar with that story, Megan Boswell will be appearing in court in September 30th. She has a court date pertaining to the death of Evelyn Boswell. They have evidence they are working on at the moment. And I'd like to know what that evidence is. And I'm going to bring that live after this one. Because Evelyn, we're going to ride or die for you, baby girl. Because your mama is foul. And I wholeheartedly believe Megan Boswell killed her baby girl. Now, where is Summer Wells? I do not know. Who has her? I do not know. Is she alive? I do not know. But I can only pray that she's alive. This is so sad to me. 2 babies in East Tennessee missing a year apart. One was found dead on a parent's property because that stupid mama put her there. She killed the baby and was so cold to kill her own kid and put her right on her own papa's daddy's property. I'm assuming it's her father's property. And I just think it's very odd that nobody knew that dead baby was in there. Nobody smelled her. Nobody went in the shed ever. Was it locked, unlocked? Now here comes another pretty baby doll, blonde hair, blue-eyed baby, missing from East Tennessee. Nobody knows anything. So amazing. Nobody knows anything. Sure is a lot of hot gossip pertaining to these people. I've watched some content briefly on the YT pertaining to these people. Don't sound very good, the stuff I've been hearing about these parents, stuff they're posting. I have not gone to Facebook, the lie book, to see anything that these people posted because I just decided to open Pandora's box about this child's disappearance when I saw that her aunt is also currently missing, a cold case out of Wisconsin. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is some weird stuff. These people missing. Don't nobody know anything. But as I state, there's a potential witness, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. My first source is New York Daily News pertaining to Summer. This other post is by the New York Post. This was uploaded the 28th. Possible witness sought in the case of missing Tennessee girl Summer Wells. Investigators in Tennessee are trying to track down a potential witness in the case of a 5-year-old girl who disappeared from her home earlier this month. The ongoing search for Summer Wells, who vanished from outside her Rogersville home on June 15, has turned to a Toyota pickup truck seen around the time of her disappearance. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said Saturday, "We have been working around the clock to identify anyone who have been in the area around the time 5-year-old Summer Wells disappeared to determine what they may have seen or heard, no matter how insignificant it may have seemed to them at the time," TBI officials said in a statement. "Every detail is important." The driver detectives hope to locate was in a late 1990s maroon or red Toyota Tacoma pickup truck with a full bed ladder rack with white buckets. Anyone with information, contact law enforcement. 800 TBI fine. There's an area view picture of this house, and I'm looking at it now. So I have to assume this road, this curve, leads to the street. I can't see anybody just coming up on this property without you seeing them, just by the way it looks from this half picture I've got here in this article. You can see this picture in the New York Post. I don't know. If you're the driver of this truck, please contact us. Saturday's statement read, "We want to stress that this individual is not a suspect, but is a potential witness who may have heard or seen something that may help us in our search for Summer." Okay. TBI spokeswoman told the Post that the search for Summer had an investigation into the circumstances of her disappearance. Now it's in the second week. It's continuing Monday. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and FBI are pursuing any and all leads, TBI spokeswoman Leslie Earhart said. Summer's father, Don Wells, has said he believes the girl may have been kidnapped while she was planting flowers outside with her mother and grandmother, WJHL reported. There's also a picture of the blonde-haired baby in this photograph, wearing a blue shirt. "She would never leave our hill," Wells told the station in a statement. "I think that someone snuck up on her and grabbed her. I don't think she's in the area because the dog goes down to the road and that's the end of the trail, and I don't know that for a fact. The way she just disappeared, she would never do that." Statewide Amber Alert for Summer was released June 16th, one day after she was reported missing by her parents. Some 120 agencies from 6 states have participated in the search as of Sunday, according to the Church Hill Rescue Squad, which is leading ground search operations. So at the moment, there are 120 agencies from 6 states involved or participated in the search as of Sunday for Summer Wells. The thing that's bothering me also now is hearing that they released an Amber Alert for her one day after she was reported. Now, most of you who don't know how an Amber Alert works, it is only issued when there is identifying factors, such as a car, a van, airplane, whatever. They can make out, say, "I saw him put her in the car, a white car, blue stripe." That is when Amber Alerts are issued. So what I have to ask myself is why this Amber Alert was issued a day later. Very strange to me. Very, very strange. To date, we have covered just over 4.6 square miles, with that being over 3,000 acres being searched since June 15th, when she was reported missing. The agency said Sunday. The rugged mountainous terrain continues to cause problems, as I told you all. This slows search operations down in these areas because, rest assured, while encountering these conditions, we are still searching with an aggressive approach with extreme attention to detail. After more than 13,800 search hours, crews are now scaling back search operations, but will continue on a specialized team basis as needed from local, state, and federal agencies. Just because we may not be seen as such a large presence in and around, throughout the area, rest assured that we have not quit and won't quit until we find Summer Wells, said Church Hill Rescue Squad Incident Commander Tim Coote. Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has told reporters Summer lived at her home with 3 older brothers and her parents, the Charlotte Observer reported. So Summer has 3 other brothers and was living in the said house with them and her parents, because I was wondering how many kids there were. So we're talking about 4 children in one home. That is the said information. So they're scaling back the search. 4.6 square miles has been covered, which is 3,000 acres. It's a lot, as of June 15th, when she went reported missing. Like I said, what I find strange is the day later Amber Alert. Usually Amber Alerts are issued within hours of a child going missing. And state law is very strict about how they issue an Amber Alert. There has to be identifying factors in order for an Amber Alert to be issued, which means there has to be witness of something, someone being seen taking the child, as to give information that they were taken, put in a car, dragged in a car, a van. You get my drift. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Sandy. Hello, everybody. Someone in the chat says, Queen, they said the dad tried to sell his sons for drugs. Oh, Lord, here we go. Oh, Jesus, I can't. I can't do this today. I don't know anything about these people. Like I said, I'm a day late, dollar short with this story. The only reason why I opened Pandora's box to Summer Wells is because, and not to throw any shade or what's the word I want to look for? Lighten her situation. But I kept getting notifications about her aunt the past couple days, and I kept saying, okay, well, you might want to open these notifications. Now, mind you, I've seen everything coming up about Summer. I just decided not to discuss her disappearance. I didn't want to, because I talk about a lot of children's disappearance, and it becomes daunting at some point when you're only talking about the disappearance and death of kids. But something just told me to open the article pertaining to her aunt. And that's what led me to go ahead and talk about Summer Wells, because how could I not at this point? She has an aunt that is missing as well out of the state of Wisconsin. Miss Marie has been missing since 2009. Car found at a truck stop. Was going to a bar to meet her cousin. So did she or did she not show up at the bar? Why was her car found at a truck stop 30 miles from her home? Where is she? Why did the father file for divorce and a petition for her not to see her kids 3 weeks after her disappearance? That's strange to me. Very strange and suspect behavior. But it states in the article, I brought a source, that he passed polygraph, which to me means nothing. Because as I state, if you're diabolical, you can pass a polygraph. You don't have any empathy in you. You don't have a soul. You can pass a polygraph. As I said, it's Hannibal Lecter behavior. You don't have a pulse. You don't feel anything. Your blood pressure doesn't rise. Oh, Lord. Mom took Summer swimming that day with a young boy minor, but left her own boys at home. Strange she never took her boys. Okay. And Mom's sister went missing after she called CPS and took custody of the older kids. She has never been found. Well, you all sure got a lot of information. She was serving that 15-year-old boy alcohol too. Okay. Well, all these things that you all are repeating, I have no knowledge thereof. Because like I said, I've not gone to social media to pull up any information, because you all know I don't work by social media. Because a lot of stuff that's on social media, such as the live book, is just what it is. A bunch of made up stuff that you don't have verification. You can't get verification. And most of the stuff ends up being so negative, you get distorted when you start reading all these things about these people that you don't know. But as I had stated in my earlier commentary pertaining to Summer, her case will probably be like a lot of cases, which from what you're saying in the chat is what I've already stated this evening. Most of these stories all mirror one another. It is rare that the children lived a great life with their parents or caretakers. There's always some type of mischief, mayhem, drug-related, CPS involvement, alcohol, abuse, CPS calls, child molestation, rape, fornication. It's always something dreary with these children. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Janet, probably so. I'm sure every state has their own criteria. But I'm assuming, I would hope that they be the same. But that's one thing about an Amber Alert everyone needs to understand. There has to be an identifying factor for an Amber Alert to be issued. Because you have to remember, children go missing every day and they do not issue an Amber Alert. So let's say your child is known to run away. An Amber Alert won't be issued because your child takes off all the time. Now, somebody said, hey, I saw that little girl getting in a blue car. Hey, I saw her getting in a car with her auntie, her cousin, her mama, her daddy at 5:15. Okay, they'll issue an Amber Alert because there's a witness to say, hey, I saw her get in that blue car with that lady. So then they issue an Amber Alert. Or there's surveillance showing that child getting into a vehicle or walking away with a person, adult, etc. Hello, hon. Posted pictures and videos of family outings. Okay. The mother reported abuse by the father in October 2020. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't have verification of any of these things that you all are repeating in the chat. I do not go to Facebook to get my information. And I'm assuming that is where you all are probably getting this, and from other probably networks that have people talking and repeating certain things. As I state, I don't have any verification in any of that. This is my first time ever discussing this situation, but I can use my better judgment. Things were probably not the best at the house with Summer Wells and her family, because they usually aren't. And as I state, many children are abducted each year by family members, acquaintances of families, school teachers, and even random strangers. It happens. But in most cases, it's family related when children go missing. There's probably a rare occurrence of a stranger abduction. Okay. Right. Ashley, yes. They will put it on a poster when there's an Amber Alert. This is the car, make, van, whatever we believe the child person to be in. So like I said, children go missing every day and they don't issue an Amber Alert. Because if they don't have any information, that is wise. Because I know a lot of times you all question that and you say, well, why did they issue an Amber Alert? It has to be an identifying factor for an alert to be issued on a missing child. There has to be something that somebody saw pertaining to the child to give information so the law enforcement, FBI, will have something to go on to find the missing child. How do you issue an Amber Alert if you don't know the vehicle or person? Somebody knows more. Well, Dee Dee, you're not listening to me, sweetheart. I said there has to be an identifying factor. It means somebody saw the mother, father, cousin, a stranger, walk away with Summer, saw her get in the car, saw her walk with the person. It doesn't matter if it was into the woods, in a car. That's how the Amber Alert is issued. It has to be something to identify the child was with somebody. So let's say, as I said, somebody saw her get in a blue car. Then they would issue the Amber Alert because somebody saw her get in a blue car. That's why there wasn't one issued originally. That's why I said I thought it was strange. An Amber Alert wasn't issued until the next day. But then I had to tell myself, oh, that's right. They only issue it if they have some type of information, an identifying factor. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Dee Dee. Well, Dee Dee, as I stated, you just coming in late to the live. This live is pertaining to a potential witness in a red truck who police are saying is not a suspect, but a potential witness. And also this video is about her aunt who is currently missing out of the state of Wisconsin, and she's been missing since 2009. And she has not been seen. And the father, 3 weeks after her disappearance, filed a divorce and custody rights for the children, and for her to not be able to retrieve her children if and when she returned, which to me is very suspect. I don't know why anyone would be concerned with going to court for parental rights and all that 3 weeks after their spouse, girlfriend, or whatever has disappeared. And if there was some type of domestic situation going on with them, which I believe it was, that looks very suspicious. But of course, he passed a polygraph. So one could say, well, he's out of the clear. He's passed the test, blah, blah, blah. You know, everything's up for perception. You're all entitled to think what you want about a story. But I just think it's odd that this mother, Candace, and that is spelled odd, Candus, dus. Where is my fan who loves to say, eat my dust? Because that is a very odd spelling for Candy, Candace. Whatever happened to Candice? I don't know. I don't know these people. These country folks, honey. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Rural America. That's what you get. It's very unsavory in some of these parts. But people are people all over the world. Whether they're wealthy, working class, middle class, white, black, they're all the same. You ain't right, you just ain't right. It doesn't really matter. Race doesn't really matter. A lot of people like to use race as an excuse for every little thing that goes bump in the night. Race doesn't have anything to do with a lot of things. A lot of people are just janky and they're just foul. If you're foul, you're foul. You're a foul Indian, you're a foul Jew, you're a foul Arab, you're a foul black man, you're a foul white man. It's all the same. You ain't right, you just ain't right. You can do a whole lot better if you chose to, if you wanted to. And these stories are all the same. The children are with janky people. That's why they're missing. Somebody got tired and got them gone. Now, we found out later she was randomly kidnapped by old Joe Blow. Cool. Cool. But you know the stats, because I brought you the stats weeks ago when I was discussing Cal City. Very, very rare stranger abductions. Because when you look at the peripheral view in this source I just brought you of the house, all you see are trees around the house. You see a trail that's going circular, like a circular drive, probably leads to the road. So you have to tell yourself 9 times out of 10, there's nobody sitting right beside them living. So that means whomever took her, let's say it is an outside person, how did he or she get up there to the house to get her out? Because the daddy wants to say she's outside planting flowers. Then he says, oh, she was inside. Well, which is it? Inside or outside? So is it the mother and the grandmother saying she was outside planting flowers, but then she went in? Well, now you got to try to explain to a sane person, how did a stranger get in your house to get her out of there? Somebody snuck up on her. Okay, but if you're surrounded by a bunch of trees, this and that, as I state, only one way into your house, which in rural America, that's usually how the houses are set up. Long roads, winding roads up to the house, straight roads to the house. Pookie Ray Ray is going to be seen coming up your drive. Stay woke. So how'd they get to the house? They walked to your house. You didn't notice them. So that means that the mother and grandmother were outside. The baby went inside. How did the mother, grandmother not notice somebody walking up to their house? So the planting of the flowers, is this in front of the house, the back of the house? See, those are the questions you have to ask when people are spinning a web. Where were you planting the flowers? Front of the house, outside of the house? Side of the house, where? Down at the bottom of the road, where? How did somebody get on your property? Do you have other houses adjacent to your property? What's in the back of the house? Water, pond, woods, what? Another house, what? Trailer, what? See? That's how you get to the bottom of the story. You knock down every pin. Any hypothesis, you knock it down. Because I'm telling you, they don't have any neighbors on either side of the house, to the left or the right. They don't have anybody living in the back of the house. That property's not neighboring anybody. They could just walk up on the lawn and ease in the house and take the child out without her screaming and hollering. You forgot about that. People are going to think the obvious. She went missing from that house, that property. Maybe she took off and somebody saw alone and did something to her. Well, how would she take off? Take off to where? Well, like I've explained to you all, when I went out to Clinton, Tennessee, Olive Springs area to show you how the demographic is out there where Chad was at the halfway house. It's not feasible to be out in those parts walking around. Most people that live in those rural areas, such as where this baby is living, you need a car. There are no bus stops, no train stops, no Uber stops. You have to have an automobile. Lord have mercy. So somebody's got to pull up to the house. And usually that means coming up a drive or sitting at the edge of the road to pick you up, wait on you. You understand what I'm saying? This child's bedroom was down in the basement with a door leading outside, and they are saying she went out that door on her own or someone took her out that door. Okay. They had dogs. That's a lie. They could have kept. Why is Ellie cutting them so much slack? They dug up the Cowboys' yard. They too took phones. I don't know, baby. That's why I said I'm new to the story, so I don't have all the logistics of what has transpired pertaining to the search efforts. As I stated, I gave you the brief information that they have searched for the child, several acres, a few acres, and they have scaled back the search because naturally, as I've told you, East Tennessee is rugged. It's mountainous here. So you're talking about vast land full of trees and mountains and grass. It's daunting. The thing with the 15-year-old boy isn't untrue. The mother took Summer and the 15-year-old and gave him alcohol, and his parents have confirmed. Okay. Well, I don't know about all this that you all are saying. You're saying the child's bedroom allegedly is in the basement and a door leads outside. Okay, so B's happy. I want you to think about what you're saying. Let's just say she sleeps in the basement. Who would know she sleeps down there? I'll wait. If I came to their house right now, if I went to that house, I could not verbatim say Summer slept in the basement. The only way I would know she slept in the basement is if somebody told me she slept in the basement. Come on now, stay woke. That's why I said, are there houses on either side of the house property? What's on the back side of the house? Is that more land? Somebody else's property? What do we say? Are we talking about a shared property with other relatives? Because here in East Tennessee, like many rural places, people will share property and have more than one house trailer on a property. So you have to ask yourselves, how many people live on the property in the house? Are there other houses, trailers adjacent on the property with the said main house? Are there houses on either side of the property? How far are we talking? That's where you get your answers. Who all stays in the house? Who all was there at the house? How much foot traffic comes to the house? How many people knew of the child? Let's say bedrooms in the basement. Yeah. Is there a house to the right? Is there a house to the left? Is there a house to the back of the house? Is there other houses on the same property? Who lives across the street? Are there even houses across the street? See, I have to have an aerial view. because that's the only way you can get to the gist of stranger abduction. And as I told everybody, hey, Nancy, when you're dealing with rural America, there's times when there ain't no nothing by nothing. There ain't no Pookie to the right, Pookie ain't to the left, Pookie ain't in the back, Pookie might be in the front, across the street. A big, long, winding road. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if she lived out in the middle of nowhere, there might not even be no houses like right next door, like what you see in normal neighborhoods. I need an aerial view. If someone can drop the address in this chat or on my community post, please do so. Then I will just Google the address where I can get a visual of how the house is set up before I can start thinking that a stranger abducted her. Hello, Sandy. Hello, everybody. Hello, Patricia. Okay, Patricia says they live up a dirt road driveway that circles around the house and out again. Okay, Patricia, that's what I was saying. The picture that's in the article, it doesn't show a whole area view. It just shows a little bit of the house, and then it shows a little drive, and that's why I was trying to understand, does this drive just stop at the side of the house, or does it go all the way around the house? Okay, 110 Ben Hill. Okay, thank you. I will Google that. Matter of fact, I'll put it in now while I'm live. Hold on. Let's see what we're working with here. Y'all don't want the queen to go over there, do you? You know this car, she's been getting a lot of mileage lately. Thank God for the oh Jesus, for the oil change. The car doctor said, baby, you good to go. You can go anywhere in the United States in this car if you want to. Okay, B says no stranger. Okay, J. Reed says hi. The grandma lives on the property. See, that's what I'm saying. Are there other houses on the property? Okay, that's all I need to go. Maria said, yes, go there. Honey, I'm not trying to go to Rogersville. You ain't going to find me missing. I did good to go to Oliver Springs trying to find out stuff about Chad. Rogersville is not a place for the darker skinned folk, if you get my drift. And ain't no way in hell I'm going out there in the holler by my damn self. I wouldn't go out there with 5 white people. I'll tell you that now. Oh, God, no. I'm familiar with East Tennessee going up that way, but riding by myself, oh, hell no. And I've done it before, going to school, but that's totally different. When you talk about country roads, oh, no. No. I don't mind bringing a little mystery to a store to bring y'all a little something, because it's not that far. I could drive an hour's drive. Driving up there is not the problem. It's the location that's the problem. I don't know anything about that area. I don't know anything about the people up there. And I don't trust anywhere where there's no black folks. That's just me personally. I love all people, but as we say in the streets, got to stay in your lane. Okay, what did she say? What was the name of that street again? I done wrote it down. I can't read my own handwriting, child. Thank you, Patricia. I'm not going up there. It's going to be in the heat of the night. No, it ain't. Look at all the dad's interviews, Queen. He will tell you everything without telling you. Okay. No, I'm not going up there, baby. I'm just saying an hour's drive is not a big deal. It's just I wouldn't go to that locale. If it was anywhere else, I wouldn't mind going just to look around, just to be nosy. But I'm just saying, not that kind of locale. No, not off the beaten path. No. Oh, Ben Hill. Okay. Thank you, baby. Oh, hold on one second. I knew somebody that knows about up there. I had to get one of my country folks that just want to take a ride and say, yeah, come on, we'll go up there. Okay, here we go. Thank God for Google. 80 miles from there. Where are you, Patricia? Okay. 1 hour 43 minutes. Jesus Christ. Woo! Okay, it's right before Kingsport. Highway 81. Okay, I need to see what the house looks like. Hold on. There's nothing up there. Jesus. What in the hell? They've got a Ball Rock Heritage Preserve. It's very pretty. Let me see. I'm going to show a picture. See nothing. Ooh, Lord of mercy. Middle of nowhere. Let me see if it'll show on Zillow. You're not going to see any black searchers. Nobody black lives up there. I told you all that. Now, don't y'all start. Okay, you guys. 780 square feet off the market. Rent estimate, $995 a month. 2019 assessed at $42,800. That's a cheap house in Tennessee. Matter of fact, that's a free house. You get a house for $42,000 in Tennessee, that's free. That means this is a very low rent area, which of course it would be. As I told you, rural America is cheaper living. The house value is at $42,800. Estimate refi payment, $188 a month. That is nothing at all. Good God Almighty. Okay, now I'm getting ready to pull up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, hold on. Wait 1 second. Why I can't get a picture? Hold on. Okay, honey. Thank you, Patricia. Well, Patricia, this is rural America up here in East Tennessee. Those parts are very rural. And that area of Rogersville, to my knowledge, never had a population of black people. I know because I went to school with a girl from there. And she told me out of her own mouth they didn't have no black people living up there. And that was damn near 30 years ago. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, it says this mobile manufactured is located at 110 Ben Hill Road, Rogersville, Tennessee. It's in Rogersville, Tennessee. Zip code approximately 780 square foot of floor space. This property has a lot size of 11.27 acres and was built in 2001. It also shows that it has a basement. Built in 2001. Was sold in 2002. 6.5K. Then before that, in 97, it was sold for $23,000. So many years later, it had a significant drop from $23,000, almost $24,000 to 6.5. Taxes are $271 a year. This is from 2019. And as I told you, it's assessed at $42,800, which is a very, very, very cheap price for any house in any part of the world. A typical home value there in the area is $131,268. $99 value by square foot. Typical. Jesus. Fall Branch. So that's where Fall Branch is up through there. All these little places I've never even heard of before. Jesus Christ, help me. Now I just want to get a damn picture. Let show me what it's made of. Maybe show me a satellite picture. All right, Nancy. I'm in the Google, but it won't show me a okay, here I am. Okay. I want a satellite picture now. Woo, Lord, child, it's a lot of greenery. Ain't nothing around here. I can see where the roads go. Oh, honey, it's nothing. Their house is backed up by nothing but trees. Nah, ain't nobody came up there. Come on, give me a closer view. Come on now, satellite. Okay, I see the view now, you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, hell no. Ain't nobody came up in there unless he's a damn hunter. Oh, yeah. More. Hold on. Now, here's somebody little Rick Shackety Shack house that could cross through the woods and come through, because there's also a cutway through where the house is. So Pookie or Ray Ray could come from their lot off the main road and cut through the back and come through that house and cross over to that circular drive if they wanted to. So that's house number 1. That's off the main street. Okay, let's go over next. See whose house we find over here. Go back to the main road. Oh, it's surrounded by nothing but trees. I mean, full bloom trees. Yeah. Somebody would have to come up on their property. There's just no way you wouldn't be seen coming in. You'd have to walk through a lot of woods to cut through their house. There's another house off the main road that comes off a side road that's got a house that's purplish looking on the front street. Then there's another little shed looking house and some other looking houses. Yeah. There's some houses off the main road, but nonetheless, the getting through the brush of the trees, I don't know about this. Okay. Dogs, oh yeah, ain't no roaming around, bears and wild dogs. Yeah, they're if just from this aerial view, the satellite view, there's the closest house is the little brown house. That person could have cut through, because I can see where their lawn is cut. They could have came through the path, because there's an opening in between the trees off their lot, both lots. They could have come through there and went through and jumped on the path and went and got the kid, let's just say. But that's the point. They'd have to know these people. They'd have to see the little girl playing, and they also would have to know she slept in the basement. They'd have to know that. Yeah. Granny lived in a camper. Okay. West Virginia Peach. The 15-year-old played a major role, and he, her oldest son, is going to talk soon. I feel the mother set this up, and the boy was in the house and snuck out the basement door and took Summer to the water. Why do y'all keep talking about the water? Oh, please stop this. Dad's older son is S.A. and has a criminal record for said crimes, Queen. S.A., what are you talking about, Nancy? Let me drop the link for you. Well, let me see. Yeah, I couldn't go up there anyway, because I couldn't even take a picture of the road. Let me see. If I go to the main road, let me see. There's no way I would be able to get there to her house, to the house. I think I'd have to. Oh, hell no. I'm steady pulling up this map, trying to find a road to get to the house. Oh, hell no. No way. There's no way I could pull up in there just to be nosy, just from this one side road, trying to see how it goes in there. It's so covered with trees, I can't even see the road to get to the house. How does it get in there? Jesus, what? No, ain't no sneaking up in there to look. Ain't no way. I literally have to be going up the house like I'm visiting. I'm sorry, I was looking for such and such. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Nancy. I'm 1 hour in. Thank you all for joining me so much. God bless all of you. We'll drop the link. Nancy, you come up here and bring me the 411. Hold on a minute, baby. Lord have mercy. This is some crazy stuff. Every day. It's like, what is these people just say you don't want the kids? Give the kids to somebody else that can raise them. I've just had enough of these stories. It's like never ending with these kids. These people just don't care anything about these children. I'm just over it. Hope you all are well out there. It's very hot in certain parts of America. I do know it's very hot out west, Washington, Oregon, extreme temperatures. So please try to stay cool. Don't go out there doing extra work. And exalt yourself. Make yourself sick. Even the East Coast is extremely hot. It's very rare, they said, this time of year. Well, guess what? The Queen is going out of town, and it ain't Chicago. Shut your mouth. My baby brothers decided to treat me to New Orleans. Yes! I can't wait. Oh, my goodness. I think I'm going to be baking down there. I hope I got the right link. I hope I put the right thing down here. Let me make sure, because, I be doing so much stuff. I be forgetting what I'm doing. Oh, I'd have forgot. I'd have left out the HTTPS. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, you guys. I'm rushing. That's an HTTPS go in front of that. I was moving too fast. Honey, I'm getting old. Pray for me. I'm trying to keep all the lights off. Shoot, you run lights. Make your house hot. I'm gonna put it up again. Yes, his wife just called me a little while ago, asking me what day I want to go next month. Oh, honey, I'm ready. Queen is ready. I'm gonna be Tennessee peach down there myself. Shut your mouth. New Orleans ain't gonna know what to do with the Queen, honey. Oh my goodness. Praline candy. Okay. I didn't put all of it up there, Nancy. I was rushing. I forgot to put the HTTPS and all that. Sorry about that, honey. Yes, the Queen is going to New Orleans in 2 weeks. Yes. I'm out of here. Oh, Lord, they gonna know what to do when we want to get down there. Golly. Thought I was going to Chicago. This is a change of plans. They want to meet me in New Orleans from Chicago. Well, however you want to do it. I'm game. You want to pay for the Queen's accessories, flight, and everything. God, free. Amen. God is good. Thank you, Jesus. I can't wait to get out of here. It won't let you in. What's your name? Oh, Lord. Now, Nancy, now, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Hold on a minute, baby. This is very strange. Oh, no wonder. I put an S in front of the wrong thing. PSX. 5 years. I see what I did wrong, honey. So you can't read my own writing. Hold on, baby. Yeah, I can't wait to get out of here. Shoot. The hell out of here. I'm sick of this place. I had enough of Tennessee. Like my daddy used to say, it'll be there when you get back. It ain't going nowhere. And that's the God honest truth. I don't care where you go in life. It'll be there when you get back. Same folks, same conversation, same drama. Nothing changes with people. The same old dead conversation you left. Y'all got that. I'll holler at you. Queen is out of here. I cannot wait to get on the airplane. Start getting my wardrobe ready too. I am not gonna be gone for the weekend, but a couple of days. I don't care how long it is. Just can't wait to get the hell out of here. Hit the link. Nancy, come on up, baby, so I can hear what you're talking about, because y'all chatting in that chat, and I haven't followed the story. I'm 2 weeks late pertaining to Summer Wells' disappearance. Also, her aunt is currently missing out of the state of Wisconsin. She's been missing since 2009. It is a cold case for those of you who are not familiar with that story. That's how I came about to go ahead and talk about Summer Wells. I kept getting notifications pertaining to her missing aunt out of Wisconsin. Went to a bar allegedly, has not been seen. Car found at a truck stop 30 miles from her home. Where is she? Where is the auntie? Where is Summer? What the hell's going on with these people? Oh, Lord, more just some weird stuff going on in this world. I dropped the link, dear. Let me ask somebody to know about these parts. You ain't got me going up there. Okay. Here come Nancy Boo. Woo! Honey, look at you.
Oh, I'm hot.
Well, why is you sitting outside?
Well, because I told you I got doggies, and they won't be quiet. So
okay, Happy. Welcome to Tennessee when you get here. Will you do a live while I'm there? Honey, I'm going to do a live when I get to New Orleans. I was going to do a live when I went to Chicago.
Oh, I can't wait to see that live. I'm going to turn my cam off, girl. I got to turn my camera off because I look like a hot mess.
I should.
I look like I got ear muffins on.
My brother, I wanted to go to Chicago. I might drive to Chicago. I'm thinking about maybe driving to Chicago this week just for a couple of days until I meet them in New Orleans. Corn liquor. Girl, know about no corn liquor. Nancy, go in the house. It's not to be sitting outside.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, let me read this.
Yes,
and then I'm going to let you talk.
Okay.
Channel 3 News, WBTV, along with WVLT News here where I live. Summer Wells has an aunt that's missing. It's a cold case. She's been missing since 2009. Her name is Rose Marie Bly. She has been missing since 2009. This is a report from the Charlie Project. Rose Marie Bly is the sister of Candace Bly, Summer Wells' mother. The Charlie Project is a database that has cataloged over 14,000 missing persons cases in the United States. This project focuses on cases that were never solved. Rose Marie Bly was last seen in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin on August 21st, 2009, according to the report. She left her home that night to meet a cousin at a bar about 5 miles away. Rose Marie Bly told her husband that she would be back before midnight, but she never made it to her destination. Officials found Rose Marie Bly's vehicle 5 days later in a parking lot used by truckers to park their tractor trailers. A release from the FBI confirms. The parking lot is located around 30 miles from Rose Marie Bly's residence, according to the release. Okay. The Charlie Project mentions that the lot where the vehicle was found is normally used by semi-truck drivers to park tractor trailers, and that there was no sign of foul play. She left the house with little money, no credit or debit cards, according to the report. She had a troubled relationship with the husband, and 3 weeks after her disappearance, he filed for divorce and sought a court order to prevent her from returning and taking their 2 children, the report said. Prior to her disappearance, there was a police report made to the house to address a domestic dispute. During the visit, her husband accused her of slapping him, and she accused him of putting her in a headlock and banging her head on the ground, according to the Charlie Project. Rose Marie Bly's husband passed a polygraph test after her disappearance and is not considered a suspect in the incident. The Charlie Project's report says his divorce and custody petition was granted, and he has sole custody of their children. Her mother speculated that she became disoriented and wandered away from her vehicle due to an injury she had sustained a week before the incident. There is no evidence to support this theory. WVLT is contributing news for this article alongside WBTV3 News. So what I have the problem is Why would she be one going to a bar 5 miles away, don't show up, but her car ends up 30 miles away, which is probably 40 something minutes from her house? You don't find that strange? Nancy?
Yes, I do find that strange, but
And also, why would you file for divorce? If you love your wife, wouldn't you want her to return?
yes, I would.
Okay. And also, you want to make sure she didn't get the kids back. So, as I stated in the earlier live, did they have a problem with each other? Her running off this last time, he was fed up. She ain't coming back. I'm done with her. I'm filing blah, 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 blah. Divorce, custody, yeah. What the hell is really going on with these people?
Okay, but I can tell you
Yeah.
that I cannot remember the gentleman's name. I'm so sorry, I don't have my notes in front of me. But the grandma was having a relationship with somebody that was kin to her, and is
hold on a minute, slow down. Somebody did what now?
the grandmother, which was Rose Marie's mother, was having a relationship with somebody in her family, down in the family. And she was having a relationship with this person. And they can tie him to also having a relationship and being around that property around summer.
You mean in Wisconsin?
Yes, he was in Wisconsin. And he was also in Tennessee.
Nancy, what are you saying?
I'm saying that person is a question. He's a person of interest in both cases.
Well, who is he?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, you don't know?
I do know his name, but I can't remember it right now. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Slow down. The grandmother had a relationship with a man, and that man had contact with her daughter who's now missing.
Yes.
So now this man is now in Tennessee, staying with her, visiting her, and you think he got something to do with this little girl?
Yep.
Oh, shit, I'm dead.
Yep, going back and forth. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm done now.
Yep. He's been seen on the property.
And where did you get this information from, ma'am?
Molly Golightly.
Okay.
And 2 other sources. One that Molly Golightly talks to all the time and works with, and another one. So I know you like Molly Golightly, so yeah.
Well,
yeah. So I mean, you know, they've been doing some digging.
Shay Doc said he's in California now. He's cleared from summer. Okay, so when was the last time he was there? Do you have that information?
He was there around the same time she was.
So 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
So he just went and flew the coop and went to California?
I believe so.
Not a long way. Somebody got some strong money because it costs to fly. Shut up, Queen.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, it does.
And there's also a whole bunch of TikToks on Candace's thing. She's removed some of them, but they were able to, on Molly's channel, they were able to take them and copy them before she took a bunch of them down.
So what was on TikTok?
Oh, girl, Lord have mercy. A whole bunch of her with this said 15-year-old boy.
Okay. So there's been a lot of that in the chat before you came in. So
yeah.
What on with this 15-year-old everybody's talking about?
I think she had an infatuation with this young man.
Oh, the mother?
No, with the 15-year-old boy. Yeah, the mother, Candace. Yes, I believe she had an infatuation with him.
What age for her?
She's in her 30s.
Oh, she's young.
Yeah. And I believe she had an infatuation with this young man.
Okay.
And it's said that
somebody whispering.
My daughter, she's in here with me. Yeah. I came in the house. I came in the house. I took your advice.
You know damn well it's too hot for you to be sitting outside in Oklahoma.
I came in the house. I came in my room and shut my door so my dogs couldn't come in here.
You got some good medical insurance. You want to be out there, lady?
Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, this case is crunk from the day one.
Well, okay, but let me tell you this, because you know I'm gonna say this.
Oh, I know.
In my lives, It's crunk because of the people taking care of the child. All
Exactly.
mirror one another because the people taking care of the kids are vile. They're street people. They live a street life. That's why all the stories have he said, she said. Pookie said. Pookie did this. Pookie was over here sleeping with Mary Ann. Mary Ann was sleeping with Roger. Roger was sleeping with grandmama.
Amen.
Grandmama wanted the daddy. The daddy didn't want her. He wanted the stepmama. The daddy had 5 wives. It's always the same.
It is the same. Different story, different day. It is the same.
It don't matter if they're black, if they're white,
Yes.
ratchet. They always got something in there about criminal record, drugs, alcoholism, fornication, 12 wives, 8 husbands. It's always the same. A
Sex offender. That's what SA meant. Sex offender. Same thing. And there's been apparently a lot in their records about that. They got a
pit bull?
No, they got big bloodhound things, dogs.
Okay.
But apparently there's a whole lot of history.
Wait. Hold on one second. It says 36. She's 36 and the old man's 59. What you mean? The baby daddy?
Yeah. All them children. Yeah.
Wait. Are all her children by the same man?
Yes. The one she has currently, she did have 2 other ones that she gave up for adoption when she was 19. And that was by an older gentleman also. Yeah, she lets a lot of tea out on her herself.
Wait. Are all her children, do they have the same father?
The ones that she currently has now are with the gentleman that she is married to.
The 59-year-old?
Yes.
Well, who's the father of the little girl?
The 59-year-old.
So he's the father of all 4 children?
Yes.
Because the way you was talking like there's some other kids, I'm confused.
They are. She did have 2 other children when she was 19 years old. And she gave those 2 up for adoption.
Okay.
They were by with somebody else.
So where are those children?
She gave them up for adoption.
Okay, so she don't have no knowledge. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Maria calls her a country rat. I'm dead. Oh, Jesus. This is why I don't like touching these stories, because you don't even have to know anything. You don't have to hear anything. It is always the same. He said, she said, Pookie, Ray, Billy, Bob, Bubba. I can't take it.
Queen, if you go and you listen to the father's interviews, I'm telling you, he tells a lot without saying it. If you listen to his interviews, he talks a lot about the fiery furnace.
Hold on a minute. Slow down. I don't have to do my homework because I just talked about this story pertaining to the auntie. That's why I came on this story. Really wasn't about Summer. I saw her auntie's name coming up in my queue. I don't do Facebook gossip.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to this in my chat.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to do no homework on something that I was talking about the auntie. First of all, that's why I came in to talk about Summer, because I thought it was interesting that her auntie was missing.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely.
And I don't base and for your information, because you don't follow my content, I don't base my channel off of Facebook rumors.
Yeah, that's a lie book.
Yeah. Get you some business. Go ahead.
The father gives a lot of interviews. He's the one that's doing the talking without being asked to. He's the one that's doing a lot of the talking for the family.
Mm-hmm.
The mother has not publicly come out and spoke at all. She's texted.
Okay.
And she's putting a couple of things out there, but she has not publicly come out and spoke at all.
Who hasn't spoken?
The mother, Candace.
Okay.
He has spoken, and in my opinion, he's hidden a lot behind religion, of course. But if you listen to his interviews that he's given some to the national media, and then he's given some to a private interviewer.
Okay.
he talks a lot without saying something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you read between the lines, kind of thing.
Okay.
Um, and from day one, he keeps saying his daughter is not there.
Yeah.
His daughter is not there.
Well, let me address
Basically,
this person in the chat. Rosemarie is missing, so she can't have custody of anybody because she's missing. That's the title, the second part of my video, basically. As I stated, for those who don't watch my content and don't know how to read and write, I basically came on this story because of the auntie's missing as well, out of another state. It's a cold case. And her information kept coming up in my queue, so I opened it up, and that's what made me decide to go ahead and talk about Summer, because I saw that she has been missing since 2009. So Marie couldn't have the children because she's not even around that we know of. We don't even know if she's alive or not. Okay, so that's why when you come in this chat, you better come correct to tell the queen about what she don't do, because what I don't do is base my channel off of Facebook rumors. I actually do read and research my content.
good grief, people. Yeah, this poor little girl, she has been missing for 12 days. I think today is the 12th day. And those searchers have searched like 4,000 acres,
Hey,
all
Flat.
up in those hills, all in those rough terrain, in the heat.
That's what I try to explain to people about Chad's disappearance. It's not like what you think. I go out there to show you, because see, I don't like to just talk. Since it's not far from me, it was easy for me to go out there to show you what it looks like.
It's rough.
It's vast land, so you don't even know where to start.
Exactly.
Because you're going to have to put a marker everywhere you tread through to get yourself back out.
And they were asking the public, please don't go out there and try to search, because that would be one more person.
You would get lost.
That's right. That'd be one more person we'll have to go out there and try to find.
Right.
And they've had so many, I think it's like 5 or 6 states they've had out there. I can't remember the exact amount.
I brought all that content.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to know anything about the search efforts, how many people search, how much acres was searched, all that is in the beginning of this live.
A lot.
But they did say that they're scaling back, because that's the whole point. You've got to have people to help. And then the FBI is going to go on whatever they're seeing, hearing, not hearing, seeing, for them to determine, possibly it's foul play. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know what I think? This is my opinion. The FBI has profilers. Mm-hmm. Okay? They indebtedly have profiled. They've done their job.
Yeah.
They work in secret, behind the scenes, and in the dark. Yes. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, come on. You got to use the common sense.
Yeah.
Whoever did this dirty deed, for whatever reason, God help them, because they will be judged one day.
Yeah, I don't think it's a stranger, because for me, the stranger, I have to say, she walked all the way down the road, and I don't know what's the yardage between the main house and the main road, but she had to have walked by herself to get gone, and that leads me to think that you weren't watching her. Then from the area view, I couldn't even see the main road that wraps around how it leads to a main road, because there's nothing but trees covering the road that would lead to that road from their house. So once again,
Angie,
I just can't see her walking off by herself down no road.
From day one,
it didn't happen, but
right from day one, her father kept saying and preaching it, that child would never go in the woods by herself, because she knew not to go into the woods because of the wild dogs, the druggies, and the bears.
Well, okay. Bees Happy says, I seen today where they're going to have the church people out doing some searching. Okay. Well, one thing I've learned about children, you can't ever say what a child will or will not do. That's the same thing McKinney said about Cupcake. She wouldn't do that. She ain't that type of girl. She was 3.
That's sad.
You can't say what a 3-year-old will and won't do, because she did it. She followed 2 strangers to an SUV and got harmed and killed. So you can't say what my child won't do.
Mm-hmm. She was just 5. They say she weighed like 40 pounds, had her hair cut off.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. There's a picture of her, like she looks like she's got like a little turban on. Is she bald in that picture or no?
She did have all her hair cut off, and her
Okay.
hair started finally growing back.
Okay, let me ask you something. Why was her hair cut off?
One report says lice, one report says
Okay, here.
punishment. So,
I
mm-hmm.
thought maybe she had cancer. That's what I
No.
thought. When I saw a
Mm,
picture of her, I said, it looks like she's bald under that little cap or whatever. I said, I wonder if this child had cancer. Maybe her being sick became too much for the parents to deal with. See, I didn't know because I didn't never open the story.
no, no cancer. If you look in other pictures that are on some other TikTok and
Yeah,
other stuff,
very
the,
thin. I
the
noticed.
yes, only 40 pounds,
Okay,
5-year-old.
just keep in mind she was barefoot, supposedly. Yeah, I thought about that too.
Mm-hmm. The brother, the brothers were in school. She was supposed to start kindergarten. So the brothers,
What's the day of the week? The 14th, 15th, what's that?
that I don't know. I think it was was it a Saturday? That I know the day before, the day of, they
Hold on.
had gone to a swimming
Let me
hole.
go my calendar. Just hold on one second. Let me get up. Bear with me.
I know the day of, Queen, they had gone to a swimming hole, and it was only her mother, the 15-year-old boy, and Summer. The boys were not there. It was only those 3.
Okay. The 14th was on a Monday, the 15th was Tuesday.
Okay.
You went missing in the evening, so school wouldn't have mattered about who was in school or not.
Right. I do know that's probably why the boys weren't there, or if they were in school.
Yeah, okay.
But
Listen to what I just said. It was 6:30 when she was reported missing, so it wouldn't have mattered. They wouldn't have been in school at 6:30, honey.
well,
I told you. For somebody don't tell me I know my homework, some of y'all don't listen. What school would they been in at 6:30?
earlier in the day, there's a TikTok video that she posted on her TikTok proudly.
Yeah, Cynthia. Cynthia's like me. Something was
Yeah.
wrong with that little girl. I tell y'all, stay woke.
Yes, there was something wrong.
I know something wrong with her. That's why I said I thought she had cancer or something when I saw the pictures.
Because the boys had their head shaved too.
Well, okay, but Nancy, listen to what you're saying now. Don't start. Why
No,
would
I
I the
know.
girl's head?
I I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you,
Ain't no way
Queen.
I'm gonna shave my little girl's head. Okay, Cynthia says school is out for summer break.
Okay.
Says dogs can't catch head lice. Right, Tanya, you can't underestimate a child. True. Lice queen, she had lice a lot of pictures. Don't have a time for that. And if she had lice, wouldn't brothers had it too? Maybe the dogs too. Yeah. Lice is lice. You can pass lice on to anything because they're living creatures. So yeah, I can see an animal getting lice. Who's to say that the animals didn't have ticks or something? You forgot. They live out in the middle of nowhere.
The brothers has got his head shaved too.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, but what
I
does
know.
the
I
girl?
know. I know.
Why would you shave a child's head? But perhaps you have lice. Remember
That is sad.
the story I brought you a couple weeks ago where the woman, the children had lice and the little girl died because her blood count was so low, she wasn't even walking to the emergency room. And her and her sister had severe cases. She died. The other sister lived.
Her hair had started to grow back.
Okay.
And there's a little video of her swinging on a swing, just having a heyday, just having fun, playing. Her hair had started to grow back.
Okay. Did she have a hat on?
No, she had a little bow on, little headband on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, little headband on.
Well, then that
like,
out of 10, you know it's not normal to shave a child's head unless she's sick. So she's
I know. The day that she went missing, they went to this little, I call it a swimming hole. I wouldn't call it a lake. I would just call it a little swimming hole, a little funky swimming hole. And it was the 15-year-old boy, Candace, and Summer.
Okay. That's the same day?
The same day.
Is it possible that she died in a swimming hole?
Exactly. Everybody is talking about maybe a dry drowning.
Out with the water. Okay. I got you.
Because the 15-year-old.
Not a place to take a child all the way that little.
The 15-year-old said in his, well, no, this came from the live book, but he did post that he had to pull her out of the water, that she went under.
Yeah, see, that's dangerous. You don't take small children those things. I don't
She did.
Small children any of those type of things.
She did not have on floaties in the video. She didn't have on any kind of a life jacket. She didn't have on anything.
Listen, if your mama, let's just say for the record, that
and she was giving him alcohol. She was giving the 15-year-old alcohol because it was these, I don't know, tea can things, whatever. They have alcohol in it all over the place.
If they had lice, she's not gonna be the type of parent to put no life preserver on the children going in the water because she don't care.
Right.
She's not that kind of parent.
He did put it out there that she went under the water. And he had to pull her out from underneath the water.
Well,
now, my question is, what happened between the time that she dropped this boy off and the time that child went missing? There's like a 4 to 5 hour window.
No trouble. No telling.
That's exactly right. No telling. Did something happen to her, an accident or something, and they try to cover it up, or they, that's what I'm saying. The father says a lot without saying it. It's like he's letting it out without saying it outright.
Listen, so what you're saying is he's the mouthpiece for the mother. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. He's a mouthpiece for everybody. Okay. He will not let her talk, or she says she's not going to talk because there's haters. But I'm telling you what, if that was my child, I'd be screaming from the rooftop. I didn't care.
I'll tell you something, because Queen lives around all kinds of people, such as that type of trash. Ain't nobody hating on no trailer park trash. Believe that.
I would be screaming from the rooftops.
Hell will freeze over before I ever be jealous of anything too. You ain't got no more than what I got, so I sure the hell ain't about to be jealous of nothing.
That's right. If my child was missing, I'd be screaming from the rooftop.
Rule America. Ain't nobody jealous, baby.
That's right.
And Show ain't jealous of nobody living in the middle of nowhere and don't comb the children's hair and keep the children bathed properly.
I mean, it's just really sad that if you see the picture, she was the only little girl of the 3 boys. And if you see the pictures, you would think that even if she was a little tomboy, you would think that a little girl would be taken care of, since she was the only little girl.
Yeah. Well,
little girls have to be bathed differently. They have to be taken care of differently, if you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, you got to want to care. That's what I keep trying to tell people about people in care.
Yes, you do. You do. I grew up, my mother even grew up not wealthy. She had 1 pair of socks growing up. She went home every day and washed those socks. She had 1 brassiere growing up. She went home every day and washed that 1 brassiere. She had 1 skirt. I don't
know people that were wealthy growing up. Everybody, middle class, upper middle class.
Right. She grew up in Texas. Everybody grows up with their own struggles. That does not mean you have to still grow up like that. Everybody grows up not wealthy or whatever. You can still grow up in the country and take care of yourself. Period.
Well, hey, they sell soap and shampoo at the Dollar General and the Dollar Tree. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right. And
so there's no excuse not to bathe yourself. There's no excuse not to have shampoo. Everybody knows they sell White Rain at the damn Dollar Tree, $1. So there's no excuse not to have no damn toilet paper, soap,
Queen,
shampoo,
the
none of that.
Queen, the church put out a wish list for them, and it had a tablet on there and sizes and stuff. And okay, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But my point was, did the church not see the need for these people before this tragedy?
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm gonna tell you, and I really don't have to say this. This goes on all the time. People see people are not taking care of their children, they won't say anything because people don't like to get involved in other people's business. This is why she's missing now.
I know it.
Why she's missing now.
I
Something's been
know.
going on probably,
That
but didn't
it
know.
has.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it has.
okay. Want to talk about
You really want me to get crunk?
what I saw, what I see? I'm late. Well, it's too late. I'm being truthful with you. I don't really care for people coming forward telling me something about what you saw 6 months ago, what you saw 2 months ago. Well, your ass should have said something. What you telling? What
Yeah.
you news for? Oh yeah, like the little girl in Florida. Oh, she used to play outside by herself while her mama was at work. Well, why you didn't call her?
Well,
Why you didn't call the manager or the fucking DHS?
they should have said something because whoever was looking at this TikTok account or whatever, because I don't have TikTok, or wherever they found these pictures from, there were pictures of this little girl in what she came in this world with on in a construction site with men behind her.
Like what?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't understand what you're saying.
What this little girl came into this world, what she was dressed in, I'm just gonna say it. Yeah. Okay. Well, she was butt naked. She came into this world butt naked. Okay. There were pictures of her in a construction site. Her mama took pictures of her with men behind her.
Okay. With no clothes on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, just say it.
So whoever
Oh.
saw these should have reported her or done something right then. If these were on there, I'm just sick.
This goes to what I keep saying. Everybody loves social media. Everybody love repeating what they saw on Facebook and TikTok. And oh, did you see what he had on IG and what they was doing? But you ain't gonna call the authorities.
Yeah, it's just sick.
Cause y'all like all that ratchet shit. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Y'all like all that ratchet shit. Even when it's got a child involved.
Because that is just vile. Of course, that part was blurred. You know, that part was all blurred out. But I'm just like, that is absolutely vile. And if she did indeed get this 15-year-old alcohol that day of, she needs to be brought up on some charges.
Well, hopefully.
Hopefully they nail her.
Investigating everything pertaining to her behavior, the father's behavior, if there's any deviant behavior on part of these parents. It's very sad.
It is sad. It's disgusting.
Another sad story out of East Tennessee. I thought it was enough talking about baby Evelyn last year. Oh Lord mercy. That's why they want to talk.
I know.
They're all the same to me. They're all the same.
It's just one after another, Queen. It is just disheartening. I saw that and I was like, oh Lord, that is right in your backyard.
Bouncy said she looked pretty in her Christmas dress photo.
Yeah, it is a very pretty picture of her. And that's the one they kept putting out.
That's what I thought about baby Evelyn. It was a beautiful white baby. Lord, how in the world you get that disgusted with a baby, an infant, toddler rather, and kill your kid? Like I said, you knew you didn't want to take care of her. It was too hard for you. You didn't feel like you was getting the adequate help from your family. You should have gave her up for adoption.
Yeah, she's a little chunky thing. She was sweet looking.
Somebody been glad to get that little baby. And that lady she went to stay with, why she didn't go to her and ask for help with her child? I never understand that.
I don't know. It's just It's just sickening.
Evelyn, that was a beautiful baby. Every time I would see her pictures, I would just want to cry and throw up at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't understand how you could kill that kid. And then every time they interview her, Megan, she's smirking in the views. I'm gonna go to Mendota myself and look for it to trailer park. You knew damn well your mama went into trailer park with that baby.
Yeah.
He's a dizzy.
Well, I think they need to look closer at the mama, daddy, and grandma. I'm sorry,
Well,
but
when you
I
told me
like.
who he is, I said, wow, so he about old enough to be her father.
Yep.
Almost.
Yeah. Yeah. And
59,
so
59,
this is.
36.
There's just a lot of turbulent stuff. A lot of turbulent stuff in the, a lot of hearsay, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of
That's why I said
yada yada yada.
gossip. If you don't have no proof on nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gossip.
Yeah. There's a lot of paperwork to back it up and a lot of fact finding.
Uh-huh. Well.
So, but I don't have any of my notes in front of me. But yeah, I've been following, MGL from this, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is right in your backyard. I was just looking at this that week that.
Oh yeah, it's right in the backyard, most definitely.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's right in your backyard, and I was just like, oh sweet
I just
Jesus.
focus on it because it's always the same.
Yeah, I was just like, oh sweet Jesus. This is just, it is. It's just, it is awful. It's just awful. It's awful. It's just like.
What I'm asking, from what you've heard from the news, law enforcement, things you're hearing on Facebook, and the parents, what do you think happened to the kid?
I think the mother did something to her. Mm-hmm. My personal opinion, I think she had an infatuation with the 15-year-old, and little Summer got in the way. And I think she got upset about it. And
got in the way like what?
I think she got in the way because I think she wanted more to do with something with him with that particular day.
Oh, you think she's trying to get her groove on?
Because she bought alcohol and was giving that boy alcohol that day.
Okay, where is the proof of the alcohol purchase?
The purchase, no. But the cans, yes. They were drinking alcohol that day. In the TikTok video of the little watering hole, there's a trash bag there, the cans there, and they had a gentleman that went back. He figured out where that watering hole was by the little 30-second thing. He went and he showed it to Molly. He went up there and he said, there's the bag. There's the bag that was in the little TikTok thing. He looks in the bag, and you could tell it didn't look like anybody had been there. Like maybe the dad and them had directed them to a different place. And you could see the little, I think it's not Texas tea, or it's some kind of tea, twisted tea, I think it's called, which has alcohol in it. And you could see the big boy cans everywhere. And in the little TikTok video, you can see the little 15-year-old boy take the trash bag and throw something in the trash bag. And then he goes bouncing out acting like a simple kid, bouncing out to the water to play with the little girl in the water.
So who was this guy?
I don't want to say his name, but he's a little 15.
I'm just saying, who is he?
He's a friend of the family that had been going over there for the whole year. Blah, 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 blah. Going over there. There's even some little videos of him laying on the bed with her.
He said it could have been there before, the bag.
Could have been, but it's the same bag in the video.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the same type of black bag in the video. It was, what I'm saying. Doesn't look like nobody had been there to search. The same type of everything had been there.
Doc says his parents came out and said, yes, Candace gave him the twisted tea.
Yep. Gave him alcohol. Because when she took him home, apparently they had an argument with her because he was so messed up. And they did not expect that.
Woo, Redneck Alley.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's a minor. Why would, you know what I'm saying?
She didn't care. So that goes to show you You don't care about somebody else's child. You don't care about your own. Why would you care about your own? You don't care about somebody else. You're supposed to care
Well,
about your own. So you
his dad took emergency custody of that said 15-year-old boy, and now he's in New York.
wow.
Got him out of Tennessee.
I guess so. Once they start talking about you on YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, his picture's plastered everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, because he's bright and face plastered all over there, all over where he's laying on the bed with her and everything.
Why would you get a 15-year-old drunk? Because you want to be 15 years old yourself.
That's exactly right, because I think she was infatuated with him. She wanted to relive her little youth.
Nasty tail.
Yeah, she is nasty.
So I guess she's tired of being with grandpa. She wants something younger.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm dead. Tracy says he said Summer was asleep in the back seat. Huh?
Yeah, she did. She fell asleep in the back seat. That's why a lot of us are questioning maybe she had a dry drowning. You know, she went under the water for a while. He had to pull her out. He even said that. A 15-year-old boy did say he had to pull her out. She was under the water.
Listen, where did he say that?
He told the LE that. He told his mama that. She even said that.
Maria, behave.
That's what I'm saying. It's sad. It's very sad. That's why I want to know what Candace's movements were. But, you know, we won't know that.
No.
What were her movements by the time she dropped that poor boy off? Did she get so mad because she got him so wasted and he was out in the sun and in the water? You know what it can do to you.
Yeah.
And she didn't get to do what she wanted to because he was doing too much out in the water. And
I still can't see somebody killing their kid right while they got another kid and they possess. That seems weird. Maybe she got out.
So she got mad.
Are there photos of videos of them all playing together?
Yes.
Okay. So
no, she wasn't in the water. Those two were in the water. The two children were in the water. She was videoing them.
Okay.
And then
they all were together, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, those three were together. The boys were not with them.
Okay.
The day the day Summer went missing.
Okay, Flouncy. Oh God, just killing him. Well,
that's what I'm saying. It's a sad case, Queen.
She got mad and did what? After everybody jumped in the water, had fun, then what?
In my opinion, this is my opinion, my speculation. I believe that maybe when she dropped that boy off because she didn't get to do what she wanted to do, because when you're in the heat and you've had to drink,
do what you want to do when you willingly took your child with you. Come on now.
Well, she's young. You know, who knows? I don't know what she could have given her. Maybe she could have given her something. You know, maybe she was planning on giving her something to make her sleep or whatever. We don't know, you know. Then maybe she was wanting to do something. And it wasn't going to work. He started getting sick because they said when she took him home, he was sick.
Was he?
Yeah, he was sick because she got into it with his parents. And then she got mad. She got angry.
Okay,
and then took it out.
J-Doc says, boy's mom says she thought Candace was trying to blame Summer's disappearance on her son. She think Candace did something. Marilyn says Candace was using 15-year-old for an alibi. I believe someone's going to talk soon. Okay. Well, we will see.
Yeah, we will.
I think it's just sad nonetheless.
I think she did something. I think she did something to that little girl because she got mad.
Assumingly, this baby is probably what, her youngest child?
It is. It is her last child.
I'm tired of being a mommy to somebody young. That, you know, when they're younger, you got to do more for a younger child than you do an older child.
Yeah.
They take up a lot of work.
She was a daddy's girl, too.
Flouncy, I'm with you about that. The planting flowers. He said those were succulent plants in those planter boxes. Well, are they new? Point. Can somebody bring verification that somebody been to Walmart or Lowe's and bought some new plants?
Not once in any of the police interviews, any of the actual interviews, do you hear one word of any of the news crews asking them about planting flowers.
Well,
Nothing.
wouldn't they say, "Hey, show us the
Yep.
plant he was planting"?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would ask. Show me
Uh-huh.
what she was doing that evening.
Mm-hmm. They do not mention one thing. It's only the father that keeps saying they were planting flowers.
Talking about crazy people. They stick together and they'll lie together.
He's covering for her.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here don't say.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to keep her from going to. He's been to prison.
For
I
what?
think he's trying to for sex offending. I believe.
Oh, Lord. Okay, now what you did now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And his older son.
The older son too?
Yes, his oldest son. I believe is from a previous marriage and has a sex offense charge. Yes. I think he got a 14 or a 15-year-old girl pregnant.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
That's what I'm saying, Queen. This case, this family is crunk.
Who has the sex offense charge again?
His oldest son, and from Arkansas. Has got a record from Arkansas.
How old is the child, Nancy?
The child that he sex offends?
No, how old is the child that's got the record?
Now I think he's 20 something, 21 maybe. At the time he was 18. Mm-hmm. And I believe she was 14 or 15. He tries to say, the daddy tries to say she was 17, but that's incorrect.
Okay. Well, oh me. That's all I can say. Just
That's what I'm saying.
secrets. What's amazing is the secrets that come out.
That's what I'm saying. The skeletons just start pouring out of the closet. And he is the one that's doing all the spoke talking. That's what I'm saying. He has been to prison, and I believe he is trying to cover for her to keep her from going. That's why I say I believe he knows, the grandma knows, and the mama knows what happened to that child and where she's at. And I don't think she's very far from that house. I don't think she's very far.
Well, see, that's the thing about, as I said, vast land. You're not going to know. Be right there in front of you.
That's right. So when are you taking off to New Orleans? Oh, well, you don't want to say that. Never mind. You don't want to say that on there. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. But you're going to have a fun time.
Next month.
Oh, you're going to have a fun time.
When I touch down, you will surely know.
Well, that is all right.
Can't wait. They called with the good news today. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus!" They trying to get the queen down way to the bottom, baby.
Well, I definitely want to know. I want to hear some of that jazz.
Oh, honey, when I tell you the queen gonna show out.
I want to hear some of that jazz, and I want to see one of those little.
New Orleans ain't ready for the queen, baby.
That's okay. You got a good name. You got a good name.
Woo, they not ready for the queen, honey.
I want to see. What are those masks? I want to see a little mask on your face.
Oh, okay.
Stick. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. I find one that's got purple in it.
Yep, that's all right. You got purple in it.
Purple and turquoise.
Purple and turquoise and gold. You'll be all right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's very sad. This is a very, very, very disturbing case.
Incognito today, baby. Queen has to get her rest, honey. Queen has. I get enough dialing up. I may dial up later because that's something I want to bring to you. I want to talk about Megan too after I end this live.
Okay. All right. Well, I've been kind of keeping up with this. So
I see. But see, that's why I don't like these cases because they always go to the belly of the beast.
You ain't kidding. You is not kidding, girlfriend. Not at all. It is crunk and rank. It is stanky. It's horrible. And this poor little girl, she was cute. She is so cute, and it is very sad. Little
Where did
toe head.
she go for her walk prior on her return when she realized Summer was missing? I don't know about that, Flouncy. Flouncy, I'm new to all this information.
Yeah,
This,
yeah.
I have not followed it, so like
That's what I'm saying.
I was
Went
curious.
for one story. Went for a run. What is a run? That woman can't run. She supposedly had a hip injury. A run? No. When we say we go for a run, what does that mean, Queen?
Mm-hmm.
We went for a drive. We went for
Yeah, yeah. I went
right. Okay.
store.
Right. Right.
Queen ain't
Okay.
running nowhere. Queen ain't even
That's
skipping nowhere.
that's right. Okay.
Sorry.
Right. We got in our car and we went somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Around the corner.
Yeah. Nah. So I call Bohunkus on that one.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. There's just so much this, that, this, that, this. It's just like I said, if you listen to the Father,
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to tell you without telling you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this, that, this, that, this, that. Every day it's new.
What you're saying? He has a version every time he opens his mouth.
That's right. And it's always behind religion.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about her going to the resurrection in the fiery furnace, in this, in that. I'm talking, it's weird.
Who went there?
The Father.
No, that's not what I said. Who went to the fire?
He's talking about the girl.
What girl?
Summer.
Why would a 5-year-old or whatever go to the fire?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The fire will be hell. So you want me to believe? So what is he saying? A 5-year-old went to hell?
I'm saying went to the resurrection, went to the fire. Talking about going to the fiery furnace.
Fire and the resurrection are two different things.
I know. He's not. I mean, it's just if it's not this, it's this. It's this. It's this. Then they had a video of him and them at the fair, and this man was spitting out some foul language like you ain't never heard before.
Okay.
On a Ferris wheel.
The reason that mother didn't call 911 if her child was drowning would be that evidence of abuse or drugs would have been discovered. Yeah, well, that's probably going to come out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with everybody talking on that lie book and calling into YouTube.
And the TikTok videos, and I mean, she put those out there herself. She filmed those.
Well, she's a dodo bird.
And she's trying to take them down. Well, as soon as everybody discovered them, boy, they were ripping them things off of there and saving them.
But guess what? Always a copy floating around.
Exactly. And don't think that as soon as this happened, FBI wasn't searching that stuff out.
Yeah, they got that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They work behind the scenes and in the dark.
Woo, Shay Doc, you're crazy. I believe the dad is new to the church. I love it. That's the best comment ever.
I think he is. He's not lying. I think he is.
He with that new church showed up.
I think he is because he was a Baptist and then he went to Seventh-day Adventist. He found out you could go to church on Saturday.
I think the point is he don't know what the hell he's talking about. That's
no, exactly. He's using all scriptures all backwards and everything else.
He ain't a member of nobody's church because he don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Exactly. He nailed it right on the head.
The church of lies and more lies.
That's right. He's a church of Molai.
Real is Don gonna tell it when he get ruffled feathers. Yeah, I believe that.
I think if DHS came in there,
he gonna say something he can't take back.
He's already said a bunch he can't take back. That's what's sad.
And then he's gonna have to go over that with another lie.
He's been doing that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The first thing he said was, "She ain't here. She ain't here." That was the first things out of his mouth.
You mean like she ain't on the property?
Yeah. First thing he said was, "She ain't here. She ain't here." And then he said trafficking. And then,
are you trying to tell me for real that he's in church? I'm missing the point here. What are you saying? Somebody's drunk up there in church, I believe. So he goes to church, what you're saying?
Yes. Did you know that they had a vigil for her at church and the pastor had to go get him to come up there and say something? A prayer?
Mm.
It's sad. I'm telling you, there's something wrong. Something wrong. There's some evil floating around in there.
Mm.
He's talking about trafficking. And then he brought out, I wonder if, you can get into Mexico without anybody checking anything. He just keeps putting out all these little feelers, trying to put Ellie and all.
Who the hell getting ready to come from East Tennessee and take that little girl to New Mexico? Boy, if you don't shut up, now you talk crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, he keeps trying to point Ellie and
First of all, you gotta be able to read and write to get to New Mexico. Bye, Felicia.
He keeps trying to put Ellie in all these different directions, and he keeps trying to point him in all these different directions. Okay, throwing all these little smoke screens up, and it's like, dude, you're so they're catching on.
That's why he didn't want to go in front of the church.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
Saving face because that's trying to do what was expected of him.
It's really, really. That's what I said.
Really, he probably should do what the mother's doing, which is be quiet.
It's too late for that now. It's that's like Texas.
I really don't want to go to the live book. I hate going to Facebook. I hate going in there reading anything. I just hate going in there.
You know what it reminds me of? Texas.
But they're all the same.
I know.
So we got to say the same thing with this Summer Wells case. Are you related to Monica?
They could go have a room next to each other in the jail cell.
Baby mama out of Cow City.
They could be bunkmates.
All y'all the same. Dusty ass creatures.
Dusty ass souls.
Mm-hmm.
They could have bunkmates. Share them cigarettes, them dime cigarettes.
Nasty baby mamas.
Telling you, it's sad.
A bunch of nasty baby mamas. It's pitiful.
It is pitiful. It's pitiful.
I just got a notification a little while ago that 20 people, including 2 children, found dead on a boat drifting in Turks and Caicos.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Good grief. I saw where they...
Shay Doc, I agree with you. Ain't no stranger pulling up on a rural home on top of the hill of Tennessee. If they did, they wouldn't make it down that hill. Probably wouldn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, and the dogs would be barking.
Yeah, that's why I said, just from the area view that I got, you're going to hear somebody coming up because I doubt that they'd be walking. The closest property is to the back of their house. There's a house through the little woods or whatever. That's the only person I can actually see coming through to possibly sneak in and take the child. But still, once again, 6:30 in the evening, you'd have to been standing out there for a while watching the little girl make a move to try to take her out of there.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
It is. It's extremely sad.
Okay, Marilyn, I will. I'll go to the videos. I'll watch his commentary.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I just want to about another kid story.
Who was she telling you to watch?
About the father.
Oh, and there's also, I think it's Time News. He's the one that's been doing the private interviews with him. He's gotten a lot out of him.
Okay.
I believe it's Time News.
Foreign people that were traveling on a boat, perhaps, maybe.
Rona.
But it was found floating in the water. 20 dead people on a boat. On a boat. Damn. 2 kids. Turks and Caicos Islands.
That's sad. Did you see where it's? I don't know if it's climbed higher now, but there were the number of people in Florida is up to 10 people now.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah, I was trying to wait till evening to do an update once it got dark, because I didn't know if they'd still be searching. I'm watching.
Yeah.
It says death toll at 10 and condo collapse. For those of you who are curious about the condo collapse, the toll of dead is at 10 right now. 151 still missing. They are currently going through the debris down in Florida as I speak on this live.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Well, I'm 2 hours and
Yeah.
15 minutes in. I'm going to cut
Okay.
it short, but
Well,
I thank you for jumping up here. And
sorry. I didn't have all my names and everything, but I just knew I'd kind of been watching
like I
this.
said, I just was leery about going into talking about it because I just don't like just jumping from kid story to kid story, one after the other. But
Yeah.
when I saw the Q kept bringing up the aunt, so I just
Yeah.
got curious.
Yeah. I'll try to get that name of that gentleman.
So I said, well, you're not going to really talk about the aunt without talking about Summer. But I just thought it was odd that the aunt is also missing since 2009 and no information, no updates, nothing about her whereabouts or that she's been seen, her name, social security. Because, at some point, you're going to use your social security name, your name, social security. Just a common thing. The only time when people change their social security if they've done, really a heinous crime or something, on a run or something. Very,
Well,
very.
that gentleman is connected to Wisconsin, is connected to the grandma, has been in Tennessee. So that is a major triangle.
Shaydog asked, do you follow Bikers Against Abuse on Facebook? He did a good video on the 15-year-old.
Oh, there you go.
Well, she's asking you.
No, I don't.
Well, I guess she wants you to look it up. I don't.
Oh, okay. No, I don't.
Well, oh Lord.
I've been mainly over on
I wish I could find my damn self. Never, ever come back. I'm telling you right now, I can pack a bag right now, jump in my car, and drive to Chicago.
Listen, what did we tell Doug that one night? Sugar Daddy. Yeah, pack a bag, put my toothbrush in a backpack and money, and just hop a plane. That's on my bucket list, girl.
I'm that kind of person. I can do it. I've done it for years. I get tired of something. Somebody say, hey, you want to come visit? What? I'm gone. I don't even flinch. I don't even stutter. I make a move.
I got responsibilities, but they're older now, so let me tell you.
I stayed on the highway going somewhere. Nothing kept me from going to see somebody, visiting something, trying something new. I just would go. I just don't want to be confined to just sitting around doing nothing. I don't.
I was supposed to be going, but I had to end up going to see my physician today. But let me tell you, I was supposed to be going somewhere. Okay. And let me tell you. Boom.
What Doc is saying, check it out. He's the man who took H to New York. I'm just tired. God, if you all could see this building down in Florida, I'm sitting here looking at this condo building. It's gone.
I know. And it was like 3 parts, correct? 3 parts that came down.
The whole building collapsed.
The rest of it did?
Well, that's what I was saying when somebody was in my chat the other day when I was going live early in the morning. I'm looking at it right now, and it's still up. It's not all to the ground.
No, I thought there was like 3 parts of it, like a middle part, another part, and another part, like 3. Like the back part of it is still up, but I'm hoping they went ahead and got everybody else out of it.
I just felt my wall shake.
Oh, Lord.
Because we have tiny earthquakes here.
Yeah.
Scared the hell out of me.
Queen, don't be.
These people are so damn noisy. You don't know if they're beating, banging something, but I swear this whole wall just shook.
And
that's the last thing I need. Feeling a wall shake while I'm looking at a building that's crumpled down.
And that all those people down in Florida are all terrified now.
It's Florida, Nancy. It's anywhere where there's a damn
high rise. Yeah. East Coast, West Coast.
The United States is filled with high rises.
And yeah.
But see, my thing is this. They have sinkholes down there, so it doesn't matter if it's a high rise, if it's a house. Your house, you got an easier chance of being pulled down in that damn hole in a house.
Yeah, that's true.
A house is lower than a 12-story building. This is crazy. I got a girl up here now. She's standing here crying on the news,
Mm,
watching NBC now.
mm.
And I'm gonna watch a little bit of this to see what's going on down in Florida, so I
Okay.
can update pertaining to that. And then
Okay.
talk about Megan too. Uh,
Okay.
that's an hour or so away from Hawkins County, Sullivan County. But prayers for the people in New York. Let's pray for the people in New York. Let's pray for those who have perished. Praying for the families. Praying for those who have survived their transition to get a new place, get everything in order. Because this has to be daunting to be out in the world. You have to verify who you are, this and that. Because a lot of foolishness goes on when people are in distress and they have to verify who they are. They have to worry about fraud, all of that. So just let's pray for these people in Florida. Let's pray for Florida in general because we don't know the origin of why this building fell. Let's pray for Florida. Let's pray for Summer Wells. She's located.
Yeah.
Pray for her auntie who has been missing since 2009. She is a cold case out of Wisconsin. Pray that the truth is revealed in both cases. This is baffling to have two relatives vanished. Nobody knows where they are. One's several years old and one's now 2 week old story.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm gonna get down, Queen, and let you do your end.
that's fine.
Love
Thank you.
you.
Love you too.
You're welcome.
Bye. I want to thank you all for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $Big Angie 129 Cash App, all super chats are welcome during the live. I want to thank you all for joining me. This is a 2-week-old story. I had seen the story. I just did not delve into it. But once I saw the notifications of her aunt being missing, a cold case, I kind of just went in just to see what I could see about the aunt. And so naturally, I had to go ahead and talk about Summer because she's the niece of this also missing persons out of Wisconsin to date. So we're now talking about a missing niece and a missing auntie. Auntie is an older story from 2009, but nonetheless, she is a human being. She deserves recognition for being missing in a cold case in America. Now, East Tennessee, smaller child missing related to the aunt. Is there a connection? Is somebody involved in both disappearances? I do not know. You're entitled to speculate how you see fit. You're entitled to speculate what you think happened to Summer. I don't know. I don't know all the gritty details. And as I tell most of you, I really don't like going to the live book because things can get out of control and distorted when you start listening to all the he said, she said. I'm the type, I like verification of something. And 9 times out of 10, when you're dealing with a missing person's case, especially dealing with children and death, you rarely get to the truth. Because most people are not going to tell you the truth because they're heinous in nature. And they're the reasons the children went missing in the first place. They checked out. So I'm praying that the truth will be revealed in the disappearance of Summer Wells. We're going to pray for her safe return, any information to her whereabouts. When you go to the beginning of my live, you will get information pertaining to a potential witness. Who is this witness? Who is this car that they're looking for, this SUV truck that they're looking for? We didn't really touch on that much. Kind of got off and killed about that. But there is a potential witness, perhaps. The police is saying that this person is not a suspect. But as I told you in the beginning of this live, they do not have to tell you the truth in giving you information about an investigation. It could just be they think they know this person did something to the child, took the child, aided somebody in getting the child gone, whatsoever, but they will never reveal that to the public as to not have this person go on the run. And I made that correlation to the DC sniper. Once law officials found out who the DC sniper was, they never let the public know who he and his cohort was. They just gave a description of the vehicle they were in and also told the public to just give us information if you see the van. But they never told you the truth, that is who they were looking for. So I'm hoping in this case it is the same, that they're lying to us to get information to the whereabouts of this vehicle. And I'm going to read this off one more time, and then I'm going to check out of here. For those who are living in the East Tennessee area and may have information pertaining to Summer Wells, if you know of anything pertaining to this child, please call the FBI. Uh, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is looking for a potential witness who was driving near her home in Hawkins County on June 14th, 15. This is about Summer Wells, a 5-year-old who has disappeared. Every detail is important. The driver was in a pickup truck, either a red or maroon Toyota Tacoma from the late 90s or 2000 with a full bed ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed. Specifying that the driver is not considered a suspect, police asked him or her to come forward and please call 1-800-TBI-FINE. Once again, this child went missing at 6:30 p.m. on June 15th. Planting flowers in the garden, allegedly with a mother and grandmother. The father has told WJHL that the child went inside, was nowhere to be found when her mother went looking for her. I do not know what is the truth pertaining to the child's disappearance. I do not know if this information given by Mr. Don is the truth. Allegedly, one of you have said in the chat that he was not there, so possibly he is repeating what the mother has told him of that evening of the 14th, 15th. So, know that an Amber Alert was not relayed until the next day issued. Why is that? I've also told you that an Amber Alert is only issued when there are identifying factors. All children that go missing, an Amber Alert is not issued because each situation is not the same. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Everyday Shenanigans. God bless all of you. Stay safe. Have a safe week. It's very hot in America right now. A lot of places on the Pacific Northwest and the East Coast are very hot, very high temperatures. So if you need to be outside, please make your venture quick and back into the air conditioning. Please stay safe. Check on the elderly. Check on the children. If you see something, say something. Do not be a Johnny come lately. Do not wait till something horrific happens to a child, person, elderly person to spin your story to the news, social media, YT, Facebook, because at that point, it doesn't even matter. The deed has been done. And you didn't aid the person when they needed help. And perhaps maybe had you said something, they would still be here or be found. If you see something, say something. You don't have to give your name. One phone call could be the key factor in preserving a life. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans.